Are you ready to get from point A to point B in your professional and even your personal life? With his proven 99-day performance accelerator process, this man's no-nonsense approach gets you focused on your real priorities and take the essential actions necessary to your success. International speaker and author of the book Change Your Life 20 Seconds at a Time, he has coached salespeople and entrepreneurs around the world to achieve tremendous breakthroughs by overcoming obstacles and costly limiting beliefs. Please welcome the man passionate and relentless about you achieving your success, the master of accountability, Mr. Denny Mayhew.
All right, guys, let me get started really quickly. That's going to be fast. I'm going to do this in 20 minutes. Usually I do that in 45. So I will speak fast. I'm going to ask you to focus on what I say for the next 20 minutes. If you get a piece of paper and take some notes, I'm going to ask you some questions. And usually I'm going to try to make you think a little bit today to what's important and what's not important, right? So like the video says, this is my name, I'm a coach. I help people to go from point A to point B. Point B meaning where you want to be, your dream, your desires, your vision, your mission, like I said yesterday, right? I help you to get there faster, quicker, and further. So today, here's the goal. I'm going to talk about the book I read, that I wrote. I'm going to talk about something I really, really think it's very important for all of us, for our kids, for our employees, for our spouse, whoever, even for us, right? Change your life 20 seconds at a time. So we're going to talk about this. What are you listening to? What's your language? And we're going to talk about the 20-second rules for sure. So let's jump right into it. I want to make a definition first, right? Airtime. What is airtime? Well, on the radio right now, airtime is the time during which a broadcast is being transmitted. It's the time of any part of the time when a radio or television station is on the air. Kind of makes sense, but now let's talk about this way. What are you listening to? What's your airtime when you decide to listen to somebody, right? Because that's very important. What you're listening to may affect the way you think, right? Because everything is about frequency and everything is about vibration. So let's pretend here, if you look at that radio tuner there, right? Imagine this is your mind. So you got all different stations. You got a positive one, you got a negative one. And your power of focus will be the tuner, the line here. And you have the power to decide what to listen to. Unfortunately, you cannot listen to the AM station and the FM station at the same time. You cannot listen to classical music and rock and roll at the same time, right? But I want you to realize that you have the power to think about what you want. So here's a question. So what's your station? What are you listening to? Are you listening to the news? To the negativity of this world? Or are you trying to filter what's coming into your mind? So we're going to talk about that the 20 seconds and a few things. The second question I want you to start thinking, and a lot of people don't do, is I always say, what's your language? If you're one of my clients, I'm going to stop you a few times and say, what's your language? Why do you say that? What are you transmitting? What are you saying to the universe? What are you saying to your subconscious? What are you saying to yourself? And that's very, very important. We all have limiting belief. I talked about that yesterday, right? But you have to be aware of what's going on. So two things you need to be aware. If you get anything from this little talk, it's what's my frequency? What am I listening to? And what am I transmitting to? What do I say to the world to do? So let's go back to the 20-second rules. Really easy to understand, a little bit more complicated when it's time to practice it every single day. You see this number, right? 35,000. Well, it's approximately the number of decisions you're going to make while you're awake today. 35,000. I understand some decisions are a little bit longer and some decisions are a little bit shorter, right? But just for the talk here, we're going to pretend that we take a decision every 5 to 20 seconds. So I will say you got like 25, if I go back right here, 5 to 20 second windows of opportunities. So here we go. Oops, sorry, the other way. This one right here. So here's what I want to talk about. Let's say you have old habits. We need to change a few things, right? Every time you make a decision that says 2 to 5 seconds to decide, I give you another 10 to 15 seconds to change your mind. Let me give you an example right here. So your goal is to lose some weight. Like I got some people, right? They want to lose weight. This is what's important to them. And they say, I'm going to lose that many pounds in that many days, that many weeks or whatever. So they open the fridge, they look to the right, they see that beautiful smiling cheesecake, and it's pretty appealing. And they look to the left, and they're going to look at that beautiful salad, healthy salad. But for whatever reason, they decide to take the cheesecake, which is okay. If you decide to choose a cheesecake, I said that's no problem. So you take the cheesecake, you to get it out of the fridge, put them on the counter. 2 seconds has passed, right? You take a plate, you cut it, another 2 to 3 seconds has passed. You still have 10 to 15 seconds to change your mind. You eat the cheesecake, I would say be happy about it, enjoy it. That's good. I don't want you to feel bad, sad, guilt, and regret because whatever you did. Just know that you made a decision that didn't bring you closer to your goals, but a little bit behind. Then you might have to make some adjustment. And I really believe you can do that 20 seconds at a time. But look at this line right here. And this is one of the things the more I speak about coaching and the more I have clients, this is what it is, right? This was your dream. And this is what happened when you're done. This is your flat line, right? So what I want to say here, we're all here on this planet for another short period of time. It could be 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 40 years for some people. So why don't we do what we're supposed to do? So that's your flat line, and I'm going to talk about your energy line here. Imagine that this is you with your dream. This is your brain. Everything is about energy in this world, right? And this little line here represents your 20 seconds. This is your power of your now. This is where you make your decision. Am I going to go to the right? Am I going to go to the left? Am I going to eat this? Am I going to do this? Am I going to think this way? Or I'm not going to think this way. That's very important because whatever you think about the past or you imagine the future, you are feeling it now. So what I mean by that is some of my clients think about the future. I used to be so good looking. I used to be in shape. I was successful. I screw up so much. I'm such a failure. Or some people imagine the future. I'm scared. I'm going to be poor. I'm not going to have enough money. I'm not going to be healthy. I'm going to end up alone. Remember that whatever you think right now, you are feeling it right now. And this is really, once you get this, once you realize this, you realize that nobody on this call is a victim. Everybody is powerful. You have the power right now to change your life. So if there's an area of your life right now that you don't like, you want to make it better, I guarantee you can do it 20 seconds at a time. Because here's what I say. You got to stop reacting to what's going on and you want to start creating. So stop watching the news. I say it all the time. The news is not really, really good. There's not much positive in the news unless there's once in a while it's really sunny, right? So stay away from the news. What I want you to do is stay focused on what you want. I said yesterday during my talk, it was this. The biggest issue of why people don't reach their goals, because people don't think about what they want. They think about everything else, but they don't take the time to think about what they want. So I want you to start. If you get the time right now, there's one thing I want you to understand is take a picture of this slide and the next one coming in, because that might actually change your life. That 20 seconds is a lot more powerful than you think. So start creating what you want. Here's the 20-second rule. 20 seconds of thinking about what I want will bring me closer to what I want. This is the law of vibration. This is the law of attraction. Whatever you think about comes about. The more you think about what you want, the faster it's going to come in your life and manifest. It's the law. You can argue with me, you can research whatever, but that's the law. The more you think about something, the more it's going to show up in your life. 20 seconds of thinking about my fears, issues, obstacle won't get me any closer to what I want to accomplish. Of course, it's going to go the other way. So what I want to say here, when you look at this beautiful picture, you got a choice. Man has a choice. You can decide to go left. You can decide to go right. But once in a while, you got to stop and say, where the heck am I going? Am I thinking the right way? Am I thinking the wrong way? Am I acting the right way? Am I acting the wrong way? Because I like this. Decide to be great. Think the way you need to be thinking in order for you to reach your goals faster, quicker, and further. Look, I wrote a book about it and I'm going to push it, right? Because I think it's very important. It's so expensive. It's only $10. But this is a really good book, and these are the chapters. Look, I wrote that book the way I speak, straight to the point, no bluff, nothing. I tell you what it is, and if you want to have more information, then you can research, like meditation, all that beautiful stuff. But this is a very good book, and I get a lot of great feedback. Here's what we talk about, the chapters, some of the most important one, right? Decide 100%. Some people decide just about, expect just about. I just talk about that, right? Stop observing, start creating your life. Goal setting with ease. A lot of people believe you have to work hard in order to be successful. My question to you is, do you really? Some people read a book in 3 weeks, it become a bestseller. Some people are going to spend 5 to 7 years to write a book, we never hear about it. Some people are working all the time, really, really hard. They're not rich, they're not successful. Of course, chapter 10, the 20-second rules, you want to know about this, and the hour of power, which is something that you should be reading, because this, when you start your day, this is when you set up your day for the future, right? So if you have any issues in your life right now that you're not happy about it, I would say, go to Amazon.com, type this, change your life 20 seconds at a time, or I'm going to give you 20 seconds right now, and take a picture of this. If you take a picture of this, it's going to bring you to a page like this. And you see, I'm going to give you a free gift because you're listening to my beautiful French accent today. But this is another really good PDF, 7 steps to reach your goal faster. If you have goals you haven't reached yet, maybe you should follow this 7 step, or we'll talk in a minute or two. Here's a complimentary session. I'll talk about it later. But here at the end, in the bottom end, you can buy the book. So again, I'm just going to go back one screen, take a picture of that. It's only $10. And if you don't buy it for you, buy it for somebody you love. I'm telling you, you read a couple of chapters, then you're going to make you think and say, why the heck am I doing this? Maybe it's time to make a change. Maybe I deserve better. Maybe I should become better for my spouse, my kids, my employees, or even me, right? All right, let's go back. I'm going to tell you a little bit of what I do. This is, I'm a coach, right? I'm a focus coach. Every time I say I'm a focus coach, some people look at me like, what? Yeah, I'm a focus coach. I'm not a business coach. But I'm a focus coach. I make sure you focus on your business. I make sure you focus on what you want to accomplish. So I got a program, is 99 days. I work with you every single day, not once a week. We communicate every day for 99 days. And I make sure that you reach your goal faster. How do I do that? Very easy. I make sure that you have clarity in your life. You have a vision, it's clear, then this is where we go. There's no point to go left and right. We select where we want to go and we make a plan. Once we got that, we're going to select and prioritize the right activities for you to get there. It's amazing to me that so many people want to do something, but they don't do anything to get there. They just like wish, I wish. Wishing is good, but you have to act and you have to perform the right activities. I think everybody on this call understand that. Here's a big one. I know a lot of coaches talk about that, right? And some of the one coming up in this summit, we'll talk about it. But accountability is the freaking key, man. I'm telling you, you need somebody who's going to make you accountable. This is the way. When you get somebody who counts on you and you want your respect, it makes you do the things you're supposed to do. Like I was saying just before, one of the biggest, well, here's the thing. The biggest mistake, in my opinion, the biggest area the biggest reason why most people don't reach their goals is because they don't think about it. But guess what? If you don't think about it, you're not going to do anything about it. You're not going to take any action about it. And if you have nobody to hold you accountable, then the same thing. You're not going to do anything about it, right? So it makes sense. If it makes sense, just put a yes in the chat to make sure I'm talking to some people here because I see my face and that screen. So yes, if it makes sense. Can you type that for me? Okay, Christina, thank you. There we go. So I'm glad you're here. So it kind of makes sense, right? Accountability, like Christina actually just talked about, use. Same as Judy. We all say the same thing, but this, hey, if you get some clients or if you get anybody you want to help, make them accountable, even your kids. How are we going to do that also? Well, we're going to push you a little bit, but always with a smile. I have no problem to push you a little bit. You tell me your goals. Look, this is the way I work. I will never tell you what to do. But once we decide and you put them on paper, guess what? It becomes my job now that you do what you're supposed to do. So once in a while, I give you a call. I say, what the heck? Let's go. And you say, oh yeah, you're right. I want that. Good. We're going to push you. But most importantly, we're going to give you the support and the direction you need to get where you want to be. That's what I do. That's what it's like my calling. I decided to do that a few years ago. and I love it. I would do that for free all the time. Unfortunately, I got to live like everybody else and I have to charge you a little bit of money, which I'm not going to talk about today. I got two different programs, right? So I got a 99-day program. If you want to know more about this, I'm going to offer you a 45-minute session, just me and you. But be ready. I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions. What do you want? Why do you want it? How are you going to get there? So who's going to help you to get there? So you get a clarity in your life. From there, we're going to make a mini plan of action for one of your dreams. 100% free. You don't have to sign for everything. I do this all day long, and I love to help. So take this 26. Write that down, right? The word is prosperity, and the number is 26786. Look, I'm going to say it one more time. If you have any area, if you have a goal or some kind of objective or mini dreams or something that you really want and you haven't made an action, if you're not progressing every day, let's make sure we chat. This is what I do. I make sure that you do what you're supposed to do and you get what you want. Sometimes it's a little bit tough. Sometimes you won't like me, but I don't really care, because at the end of the 99 days or the 90 days, you look at me and say, hey, you know what? Thank you. I needed that. Here's your choice. Choice has got power. We're human beings. We can choose. And I did that yesterday. Let me say that again, because it's so powerful. You can go forward, like this man here. You can go left or right. You can stay where the heck you are. No problem. That's your life. You can. Some people will decide to go backwards. Maybe it's better to go backwards and jump forward. It doesn't matter. But you have the choice. And I want to make sure that you decide. I mean, I said it already on this call. Life is short, right? Why don't we do something we really, really liked about it? Why don't we do something that make a difference, help somebody else, help somebody. The more you become better, the better you become, the more you can help somebody else. All right, so I want to finish with this. I'll say it in English. Everything starts with an idea. Everything is energy. You have the power to focus on what you want. It's all up to you. And I really believe you can do it 20 seconds at a time. If you want to know how you do it, buy the books, get the VIP things, and I will be out. The next speaker is going to be, let me double check here. Sophia Falke. If you want to write a book, if you have an idea, this is what you want to do, you might want to listen to her. She's going to talk about how to, not to publish, but how to get organized to write a book. She is absolutely awesome. In the meantime, I know that you see my screen right now. I'm going to say, see you in a few minutes. Thanks for listening.